All right, hello wine drinking people. It's time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday and our friends from the oldest winery in Italy, Capezzana, which is in Carmignano, a smaller appellation in northern Italy. And these guys produce wines that are Sangiovese Cabernet based. Actually, it's the only appellation in Italy where you must have some Cabernet in the blend, 10% I believe it is. And the first wine we had was their Mona Nera, and this is named after one of the women that owned the property. She bought it in 1475. Whew. Well, the property dates all the way back to 804. That's 804 AD. Wow. And this is a little entry-level wine they used to dedicate to her Mona Nera. That's not what this is. This is their DOCG wine, the Little Capezzana. And this is a really nice little entry-level wine. It's a blend of Sangiovese, Cabernet Merlot, and Syrah. You get that nice dark cherry and currant berry fruit here, some fresh plowed black earth. You get a lovely minerality from the wines of Italy and dried kind of smoked meaty notes and sweet herbs coming out as this wine opens up. A very smooth and easy drinking wine on the tongue with that lovely dark berry fruit and nice freshness, that earthy nuance from the nose showing through the finish. Short, but a very good little wine for $15, also short on the pocketbook. Okay, the Barco Reale de Carmignano, and this is the 2011 vintage. This is a little blend of Sangiovese Cabernet Caniolo, and like I said, this is a small DOCG, and it's the only one that has a wall around it, supposedly, around the whole DOCG. Wow. There's 14 producers here, and Capezzana owns about 50% of the total production here. This wine's got a good amount of fine herbs on the nose, some pine, some red currant, plum, cherry fruit, hints of cedar and spice. Nice amount of structure on the tongue. This wine's got dark plum and cherry fruit with some tannins here, but some floral notes and really nice, easy drinking wine. Another very good little wine here, entry level from Capezzana, the Barco Reale. All right, and then the Villa di Capezzano, and this is the Contini Bonacosi is the largest art collector in the world, and he's got supposedly an incredible collection here at the winery. Anybody that wants to visit this property, please let us know. I bet it is historic. I've never been there, but I've heard it's an incredible property. This wine is a blend of 80-20 Sangiovese and Cabernet Sauvignon, and like I said, the DOCG law here says it's got to be at least 10% Cab and 80% Sangiovese. I guess they can add other grape varietals in there as well, and they've had Cabernet Sauvignon in this area supposedly for 400 years, and it must be Cabernet Franc they're talking about. I don't know if Cabernet Sauvignon is even that old, but Cabernet Sauvignon was a grape that was created in the south of France. They crossed Cabernet Franc with Sauvignon Blanc and created Cabernet Sauvignon, and like I said, to my knowledge, I thought it was around 400 years old. Anyways, they have some very old plantings here, and this wine's got a very distinct kind of earthy quality to it, that sage, wild herbs, dark plum, and berry fruit. Good amount of those fine herbs, kind of porcini mushroom-like notes to the berry and plum fruit on the tongue, some tobacco spice on the finish. An excellent little bottle of wine at $24. And then a wine I'd never had from them before, the Trefiano, which this is their fourth-generation winemaker with 52 years of experience here. He started the vineyard when he was 10 years old. And this is the best vineyard site. This wine was made to satisfy his taste. This is what he likes. It's 15 and 5 Sangiovese Cabernet Caniolo and 1% unknown. Well, they have 2,000 grape varieties in Italy, so it's easy to say there would be one that would be unknown in an Italian wine. This wine sees a bit more oak. You do get some evolution here in the nose. It's got a little bit of age to it also. It's 2007 vintage, and some lovely herb quality, fresh earth, some peppery spice, aromas of dried meats. This wine is big and chewy, definitely old world style here. Layers of fruit, though, still there, some fresh earth, herbs, dried meats. Really complex, some nice dark plum and cherry through the long, fresh finish. An excellent little bottle of wine at $46.50. You can still get some great wines in Italy for $46, under $50, like this Gaia della Furbe, which is their Super Tuscan here, and it's a blend of 50 Cab, 30 Syrah, 20 Merlot. They've been made since 1979, so this is one of the first Super Tuscans made in Italy, and wow, this is a really nice wine. You really get that lovely earthy quality from wines from this region, that sage, that wild herbs, fresh earth, porcini, and a good amount of dark berry and plum fruit here in this wine also. Very smooth and round on the tongue. This 2008 was a cooler vintage, so it has wonderful freshness here also, and silky smooth tannins. This wine drinking nice now, but has wonderful balance and elegance, and we have 99 and 2000 vintage of this wine on the shelf here at Wine Watch. Those wines are still drinking fabulously, especially the 99, a great vintage. All right, and then probably the best wine I've had all year, or one of them, the Vinsanto di Carmignano, and this is a special wine. This is the only producer that dries the grapes for 6 months. You don't get much wine out of these grapes after you dry them for that long. And then it's aged for 5 years in barrels. Wow. They've been making this style wine for over 100 years now. And this wine's got an incredible bouquet here. Dark spices, figs, dates, caramel, toffee, notes of orange zest, really exotic clove, tobacco spice coming out on the second day. Just incredible richness on the tongue. Sun-dried raisins, that orange zest, and wonderful freshness. Incredible amount of residual sugar, but still leaves your tongue smacking and just wanting another sip. Another glass of this wine. And for 56 bucks, like I said, it is incredibly expensive to make this wine. I do not know how they make any money on that. That's what we had to drink with our friends from Capezzana Winery. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.